Okay, perfect. We're live. Welcome everyone to the iFi Hackathon closing ceremony. We wrapped up the hackathon on 15 September. Has been a great building session, ever since, and great builds have been submitted to the hackathon. We are very excited to kick off the closing ceremony with Deborah and Justin from the Althea team. A huge shout out to the DoraHacks community to submit great builds. Everyone who participated in the hackathon, I'm sure, must have put the heart and sweat to submitting the builds. Justin and Deb who are going to do the honors, and we're going to see the prize pool of 30K being disbursed. So very excited to see the finalists and the presentation, what they've built. Justin and Deb, the stage is yours, guys.
Thank you so much. And thank you very much for the DoraHacks team for hosting and for the platform. It was exciting to see this come to life, from envisioning the impact that our technology, the Althea technology, allows, and to see it being presented and built upon in different new ways with a variety of creative hackers has been really exciting, and really just kind of almost like a dream come true to me. Like this has been a vision of radical system redesign for now we've been working on Althea for over 5 years, and to see other people get excited and use these tools to make real world impact is amazing. So Justin, Althea co-founder and Hawk Network CTO, if you want to share a little bit about your perspective on this, and then I'll be kicking off and announcing the winners.
Yeah, so can you all hear me okay? Cool.
Yep.
So iFi, or infrastructure finance, is something that we created for Althea, and we wanted to use this hackathon to sort of open it up to everybody else, because fundamentally our philosophy when designing and building things is what do users need, what delivers value to them. And this is where infrastructure finance provides a completely different philosophy for blockchain real-world assets by virtue of bringing the activity on-chain from the bottom up and providing transparency, providing automated management tools, and really saying, okay, we want to run a sizable internet service, or like one of our one of the entrants, a electric vehicle car charging system, and really manage it on chain, as opposed to having it sort of be artificially wrapped and brought on chain later. Because if the argument is that on-chain activity is more efficient, then RWA should be built from the ground up, not the top down. And this is where iFi really comes in, and what it helps enable, not just for Althea's bandwidth micropayments platform, but for all of these other tooling and applications that can use similar foundations. So I think I'll go ahead and hand it off to Deborah for the exciting part here, where we get to announce our winners.
Exactly. I am so excited to announce this. And thank you. A big thank you to everyone who did participate. We know that some folks kind of ran out of time, and there wasn't completed projects, but everyone who came and was a part of the Althea community, we would love to continue to work together with you. There was a lot of exciting, starts to projects that maybe need to be finished later as well. So please feel free to reach out. Thank you again for being part of it. And drum roll, please. The grand prize winner of the Althea Infrastructure Finance Hackathon is Electra, which is a very exciting EV charging made hassle-free via M2M, machine-to-machine payments. And for me personally, this is an exciting application. There's such an intersection between sustainable energy, charging. Our team at Hawk Networks has done some work before with companies manufacturing electric vehicles. So this has really been something that I think has been on the forefront of what we've been thinking of for a while. And And so congratulations to the Electra team. And after we announce the other winners, we'll be excited to see presentation from everyone as well, a little bit of a demo too. And then our other winners today are the Shanda Station team with Althea IO, which is Althea app, which is a front end for the Althea blockchain and sort of dynamic interface to be able to use it, which is amazing. We also have Althea Ads, which is Althea Ads, which is a interesting use case for the Althea blockchain. And finally, NetSpan, which is a decentralized PLMN ID registry. So this one gets a little bit into the technical space. I'm excited to see this in real life as well. This basically allows for the radios broadcasting their ID to authenticate in a decentralized way. And so there's a lot of interesting use cases, applications around that as well. And I think it highlights that these are solutions for real problems in the infrastructure, utility, telecom, energy space. So congratulations again to everyone. Thank you. And with that, I will turn it over to the Electra team to share a little bit about what they've been doing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Deborah. Fabian would share his screen while I do a little presentation.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Cool. Is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right. So, hey guys, we are Team Electra, and my name is Danny, and we hacked this platform over the course of a week. And initially, we came up with the idea reading a couple of technical papers online, but we didn't really have validation in terms of whether or not this would qualify for a TCR-based application. And I was on Twitter very randomly, and I came across one of the tweets that Deborah had posted, and there was a tweet of this guy who was making a cash payment at an EV charging point, right? And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, we have instant validation from the CEO herself, so let's just do this. And so we built Electra, which is basically a decentralized platform through which EV charging points, people who own EV charging points and people who have electric vehicles can use each other's devices, and these devices can automatically make payments between themselves using the Althea blockchain. So that's basically what Electra is. And this is essentially what I got off of Twitter. So here's a guy who's basically making a payment using cash, or he would probably have to use some sort of a finicky payment gateway, which is extremely cumbersome because we literally live in 2023 and there are better ways of doing this. And so that's what Electra is aiming to simplify. Yeah, Fabian. So what can you do with Electra? So let's say you own a bunch of different EV electric vehicles. You can register any number of them onto the platform. If you have electric vehicles, you most likely have an electric charging point at home, right? So you can register those charging points as well onto the platform. You can automate payments every time you drive your car up to somebody else's EV charging point and charge your car. That payment for using their EV charging point gets automated through the Althea blockchain via Electra. You can also earn crypto. So every time somebody else uses your EV charging point, you earn crypto through it. People that are on the Electra network would collectively form a DAO. And every time a person wants to add their EV charging point to this network, people on the DAO would have to approve it. So that way, everybody on the DAO earns a certain amount of money for participating in this approval process. On the offhand that any of these EV charging points gets disabled or malfunctions or isn't working properly, people can raise this on the DAO as well. So that way, when any of these charging points are faulty or broken, they can get removed from the network. Thereby, the overall integrity of the network is maintained. So those are some of the things that you can do with Electra. We would also like to show you what this looks like on the platform itself. So the very first thing you would see is a homepage. You would have to connect your wallet. And as soon as you connect your wallet, one of the first things you see on your dashboard is a map. This would detect your live location wherever you are in the world. And this would show you a bunch of different EV charging points near you. So we live in India in a seaside city called Chennai. and you can see the little green markers on the map. So anytime you click on any of these green markers, you could look up details about what exactly the location is, what type of what the wattage of that charger is, and how you can drive to it. So if you hit locate on Google Maps, let's say you're in your car and you're viewing this through your browser, this would open up the native Maps application on your iPhone or your Android phone. So you can drive up to that charging point in a matter of seconds. So that's what the homepage does. Let's say you own an electric vehicle. The very first thing that you would do is you would have to register your vehicle onto the platform. Okay, I think you're on the register charger. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's say you have a charging point that you want to register. The first thing that you would do is go into the register charger page, fill in your name, your first name, last name, charging fee that you'd like to collect. You type in your location, the charging capacity. Latitude and longitude is autofilled. So once you click on register, it would automatically trigger your wallet, which would make you make a gas payment. So once that is done, this gets turned into a proposal, and this shows up on the governance page of the DAO. So we're just going to wait for a couple of seconds until that finishes up. Once that is done, you should be able to see that on the governance page. Yeah, so that's done. So if you go into the governance page, you would see it all the way. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you would see that new proposal has been created. So if you click on that proposal, you can look at all the people that have voted for it, all the people that have voted against it. And you as a user yourself, you can vote for or against, or you could abstain. So you could look at all of the different details about that station below it as well. So I'm going to vote for it so that it gets added to the network. And this would again trigger your wallet, and you would have to go through a payment. But let's say that is done. Ideally, what happens is when you go to the dashboard and you look at the list of charging points near you, this should show up as one of the markers. So that's about registering your charging point. Let's say you have multiple vehicles. You would want to go on to register the register vehicle page, and then fill in basic details about your vehicle. So that's just going to ask you for a nickname for your car, your make, model, ideal charging wattage, so our algorithms can match you with the best charging point near you, and the VIN number. The VIN number is how we identify your car individually, and we also are able to make machine-to-machine payments using this. So once that is done, the last thing that you would have to do is you would have to make sure that your Electra wallet is always topped up with tokens. So that way, when you drive to somebody else's charging point and you charge your car, the payment is automatically deducted from your wallet. So that's what the topping up part of the platform does. So that's essentially what Electra does end to end. It helps you find the nearest charging points. It helps you take place in governance, and it helps you earn money as you do any one of these things. In terms of the revenue model itself, there's three main sources through which Electra and its users can make money. So one, people on the DAO would be trading using the Electra coin, which we've also deployed on the Althea blockchain. This would in turn give you liquidity, so you could trade this on any exchange you want to. The platform also would, the Electra platform itself would collect a platform fee every time a successful charge has been made. People that are on the DAO, every time they raise a proposal to add an EV charging station, or every time they figure out a finicky charging station, that proposal would help them earn money based off of whether or not they voted for or against it. So there's application and challenger fees as well. So those are three main models through which people can make money off of Electra. We are a team of 2 engineers. I'm Danny, and this is my partner, Fabian. I do most of the product design and full stack engineering. Fabian takes care of most of the blockchain as well as the full stack engineering. So we're a small team of just 2 engineers. And yeah, we're Team Electra. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was so incredible. I was so excited to see, that come to life in such a real way. And I wanted to quickly highlight that that what you saw in the demonstration is that the EVM, so you're using MetaMask throughout, it's very common, easy to use for the user. I really appreciated the UI. I also appreciated some of the TCR-like components. As an early OG fan of TCRs, it's kind of cool to see that kind of used in that way. And I think this will really democratize, allowing everyone to be part of a EV charging network, and utilize the. I can think about issues where maybe the Tesla power charging network goes down for some reason, or there's a power disruption, and maybe people have batteries. And I also really liked that you were matching the vehicle and finding the best EV charging for that vehicle. So I like that functionality as well. Justin, did you have any comments or questions for the team?
No, I just wanted to say great job, and this is a really great project.
Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Yeah, big fan, super excited about it. Really neat to see. And I'm going to turn this over now to Joseph Shalabi, who worked on the Althea app. And if you could give us a quick demonstration, I've had a little bit of a preview of this, and I love the coloring on it. So excited to hear from you as well.
Awesome. Cool. So little brief background. My name is Joseph. I'm from Chandra Station. We're a validator in the Cosmos ecosystem and also a development house. And we built Althea app. It's the working name. I think Althea IO kind of flows off the tongue a little bit better. It's a fork of Canto's web application stylized to look more like Althea with some custom implementations in there. So we did the bridging section, and it's all functional and works on Althea with bridging and staking. You can choose your validators, delegate any amount of tokens to them, and sign the transaction via MetaMask. And that functionality works for staking, governance, bridging, and then this new feature that we built called multi-stake, where you can select multiple validators that have been filtered through a system where we rank them based off of the amount of blocks they've missed, how many tokens they have delegated to them, if they've ever been slashed before. And you can select the validators off the list that you want to delegate to, or select them all. And then any amount you input will be evenly split amongst them as best as we can. Some amounts, there are small amounts of tokens that just get attached to the first or last. And then you can also manage your undelegation to all the validator nodes through here as well. And as I said, there's also functionality for governance. There hasn't been very many Althea testnet votes, but yeah, that's kind of it. It's pretty simple.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for presenting that. I'm really excited about the decentralized, like promoting decentralized.
Did we lose Deb? I don't hear her.
I think just for a second, but yeah, we're really decentralized. We're really excited about promoting decentralized interfaces and a community of interface providers rather than a single canonical interface that everybody has to use. That isn't really representative of a distributed system, and it's, I think, a really tragic flaw in ecosystems less vibrant than Ethereum. I think now we're going to move on to Althea ads. Now, I am told that they are having some issues with their presentation setup, so I'm just going to go ahead and share a video on their behalf. I'm just not sure if I can push through the audio as well, but if y'all will bear with me here for just a second, I can give that a try. Let's see. Next, and then.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the demo presentation of.
Is the audio coming through for that? Or I don't think it is it?
Yeah, just we can hear that.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Oh, excellent. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the demo presentation of my project, Otis ADS. You're welcome. So, Otis ADS is an innovative solution to bring about advertising services and advertising services to both business owners and also providing a way for webmasters, bloggers, and content creators to earn from their websites So this is what it looks like. So here we are focusing on just artists product. We are going to be advertising artists product via NFT based ads. So this technology is powered by an EVM based backend. It was built with React, JavaScript, Solidity, and then CSS as well as HTML syntax. And then also Pinata was used for the for storage of the NFTs. And then this is what the site looks like. So very easy to use interface. This is the logo and the other. So what happens is that the site owner has to come here. Let me switch over to the owner of the contract. This okay, the contract owner. So you have to first log in, and then you come to add NFTs. We could do NFTs. Let me see. As to then you come over here. You select the file which you want to add. Where did this file? So you select the file you're adding to the system, and then after clicking on the file, it loads to retrieve the Pinata CID. Then afterwards, you click on add file. Then after add, the dialog box is called up with the deployment variables. Then you confirm the details and wait for a confirmatory message. So on confirmation, you get a message that says confirms transaction, and then also this alert that shows up saying that NFT has been added. So this is what it takes. This is how it is adding NFTs goes on. And then let me try to connect as a user who wants to enter the system. Let me use this account to log in. So all I have to do, this is one of the contract. So I have to refresh to change to the new account. So this is it. So in this interface, if I'm to start displaying ads in my website, all I have to do is to come here and click to get a random ads from the system. So you choose one of the ads that has been posted, that has been added to on-chain. All I have to do is to copy this and then come over. I'm going to be using this site as a case study. I have to come to my website and then embed the script tag into it and then save. Then come back to my site, and as you can see, it has loaded, and this is what the ads is looking like. So I think I clicked on the wrong file. That's why you're getting that image. So what happens here is that as visitors are interacting with the adverts, impression will be counting. For every 1,000 impression, I get one ALT token, and then for every 100 clicks on the ads, I get an ALT token. So with time, this will be traded off in exchanges for our favorite stable coins. So this is my solution for this project. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
All right, I am back. Looks like Emery would like to say a few words. Do you want to jump in here? Not sure we can. Oof, okay. Are you there? Unfortunately, I don't think we can hear you today. So, but if we want to get in touch with you, I believe you are in Discord. So if if you'd like to say a few words there, maybe to the audience that we have, most of our Althea community is there. I'd love for you to say a few words, maybe there. And thank you very much for providing the presentation that we were able to see today. I'm very excited about it. It adds an ability to capture value in new ways. And I think for many of these utility and platform applications, we're really, many of the enterprises are looking for interesting ways to capture value or to share their message. And I really appreciate the creativity that this brought in. I think it really brings to light some new ways to capture value. So thank you so much for that. And I'm excited about the final winner, which is the NetSpan application. I just actually was at Mobile World Congress talking to a lot of different MNOs looking at private networking, and their PLM IDs is definitely something that is a real crunch point as private network scale. So I'm excited to hear more about this. Take it away. Veroni, I believe you're up. Veroni, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize.
Hey all, sorry, I wasn't able to hear the audio, so I think there's some fault from my side. File stream.
Go ahead. You're live. Let us. Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Okay. Hi all. So we have Project NetSpan, an open standard for public LAN mobile networks. So what is PLMN public LAN mobile network? So this is a code which is inscribed or coded in your SIM, so that your network or your SIM could identify your home network and connect to it. So what is the problem with this? So while allotting this PLMN, there is no standard body or a decentralized system to allot it. There's only a centralized system. So we have brought up a PLMN TCR, which overthrows this centralized system and to bring a transparent and curated governance. So this is, so let's move on with the demo. So first you have to connect with the wallet. So this shows the, this is a dashboard which shows the voting power. So this voting power is the influence you possess over your opinions or your vote. So if you want to transfer those power to someone else, you could delegate it here. So in PLMN registry, we could see the list of PLMNs that have been submitted before. So this is a particular network called XYZ Communications that has been submitted. And if you want to submit a new PLMN, you could register it. So this will be created as a new proposal. Let's say I give a network name. Then a description. And with the MCC and MNC code. So these are the important factors which make up an PLMN. So the MCC stands for Mobile Country Code, MNC is Mobile Network Code. So these two codes is what it makes it unique. And when you register it, it asks for your sign, and you have to transact the gas fee. So we could settings for the pending. Yeah. So just let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, it's confirmed. So when we move to our governance, we could see our list of proposals. Yeah, see, so this is a proposal which we have submitted for Airvoice. The previously submitted proposals will also be displayed here. And we could see this is the proposal which has been executed. That means it needs a particular amount, a threshold of voters who have to support for it. Only then this will be accepted and be entered into the registry. So we could see there's one person who voted it. And this is based upon your voting power at the time of the proposal creation. So it takes some time to be activated. Once it's activated, you have options to vote for it. And once you have voted, you could see the person who have voted for, against, and abstain. There are three options which you could do. So if you want to support, you could do for or against, and abstain is if you neither want to do both. And it takes some time to become active. Yeah, it's active now. So you could see for now I'm voting for, I'm supporting it. So this also has some tokens. So this is done only if you have some LetSpan tokens, and you could also get it using the faucet, which I'll show you. So it takes some time. Yeah. So once you are voted, you could see that your proposal or your opinion on it. So we could see you have voted for it, and the same will be displayed here. So once it is have been voted by all the voters and it has been it has been accepted by all, then you could execute it, and on execution this will be added to the registry. And that's all about LetSpan. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really excited about that as well. It's an interesting problem as we start to democratize, cellular networks, and more people can broadcast radios, and how do you create unique identifiers? And it's interesting to see kind of this like list-based registry things come back. So thank you very much for putting in the work on that and building that. I can definitely see that being an applicable application that is utilized in the near future. I don't know, Justin, if you have any other final thoughts on that project as well, but definitely excited to see that come to life.
Yeah, this is one of the practical applications for an open database to solve a problem where the coordination work just hasn't been done. And worldwide, there is no currently available database for this essential cellular information. And it seems like an attempt to keep the closed system closed just for the sake of it. Because, yeah. Anyways, I could rant about this for a while, and it's really positive to see a solution being made available and pioneered by, ostensibly this isn't a problem we should be solving. The cellular industry is huge. They should have a ready solution available to this very simple problem. But it's really impressive to see it come out of a community project like this.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost kind of interesting, right? That, I've sort of shopped around this idea, or like presented this as a problem in the space, and everyone sort of goes, oh, you're right. That is going to be a problem. That is a problem. But when you're thinking the current systemic mindset, the systems that we live under sort of impress our way of thinking about things. So it really is this sort of radical system redesign that solves the problem and allows us to think in new and creative ways. And I think this hackathon has really emphasized that those kind of design thinking principles is how we affect not only changes in infrastructure and utility, but it actually changes our way of thinking to be more open and democratizing and allowing for permissionless access. And this is really how we make social and real world change. So exciting to see. Thank you everyone for being a part of that. Justin, or I noticed that we also had Christian on as well too. If Christian would like to say a few words, you're welcome to, or Justin, you can can close us out.
I do just want to say real quick, I'm very impressed by all of the submissions, and I thought these were some really incredible ideas as to how to make real products, like real services that rely on blockchain. It's very inspiring to see.
And Christian is a lead blockchain developer at Hawk Networks that supports Althea and Gravity Chain, and has done a lot of great work also helping with the infrastructure of the hackathon. If you haven't seen it yet, Christian's done a great sort of presentation on using Althea.js and utilizing that front end interface. So if you are watching this video and are inspired also to create new things, check out our YouTube channel. There's some great tutorials. Also, Dish Networks joined us earlier this year to share some of their open source tooling. So I invite you to check out our YouTube. There's some great tutorials that'll get you started on this pathway as well. Thanks for sharing, Christian. Justin?
No, I don't think I really have anything else to follow that up with. And it's, I just want to thank everybody for participating.
Yeah, I mean, final words for me is, again, this is watching this sort of come to fruition is really a vision that I think all of us at Althea had in our hearts and minds years ago, of seeing more democratized, open access, permissionless systems disrupt the closed and siloed and brittle systems and utilities and infrastructure of the past. And it's not a journey that we go on solo. It's with all of us and with our community. And to see the participation and the hope and optimism for a radically redesigned and open utility and infrastructure system is amazing. I really appreciate all y'all, and please continue to join us. We're in Discord. We have, of course, the Twitter, and we're also on LinkedIn and pretty active there as well too. So please feel free to reach out. We want to encourage and help anyone who is building on the Althea platform or building a new and open system. Thank you so much, everyone. Lynn, I don't know if you have any final words from the DoraHacks team, but thank you, everyone from Hawk Networks and the Althea team.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.